you know what kind of men women are actually attracted to? Not the overly straight, overly polite men who speak like flowers. Such men are rarely remembered. Women go crazy for the man who whispers things into their ears that society calls dirty. But their heart says, this is exactly what I want. Words that no school ever taught, no friend ever said. Words you won't find written in any book. But when a man says those so-called dirty words at the right time, in the right tone, a woman trembles from within. She doesn't say anything out loud, but deep inside she feels, now I belong to this man. In today's video, we will uncover the dark truth behind those 5 so-called dirty lines that every woman wants to hear but never says out loud. And if you watch this video till the end, believe me, you'll be able to attract any woman using words alone. This video is going to be extremely powerful, so like it right now. And don't run away in the middle, because every next point will be more intense than the previous one. Let's begin. First point, the scent in your eyes is the most beautiful thing to me. What is the biggest barrier for a woman? It's not that she doesn't like a man. It's that in front of the man she likes, she has to wear a mask. A mask of being cultured, a mask of innocence, a mask of being decent. She feels that if she reveals her real thoughts, if she lets her true gaze show, people will call her dirty, see her as an object, think of her as cheap. That's why she controls her eyes, controls her smile, even tries to walk in a proper way. But her eyes can never lie. No matter how much a woman hides herself, her eyes scream that there is a thirst inside her, a wild, uncontrollable thirst. Now imagine a man looking straight into her eyes and saying, "The scent in your eyes is the most beautiful thing to me." At that very moment, her biggest fear breaks. Because this line doesn't just accept that scent, it celebrates it. It makes her feel that the thing she herself thought was the dirtiest could actually be the most beautiful thing to someone. From this moment on, she no longer sees you as ordinary. Because you didn't read her face, you read the language of her soul. You recognize the part of her that no one noticed before, or noticed only to judge. Second point, your eyes are reckless. The way you look isn't proper, and that's exactly what I like. People tell her she thinks too much, but you take that very thing and call it beautiful. And that's when she starts being drawn to you, because in her mind, you now occupy a space reserved for a man who wants her with all her depth, not just her polite mask. This line is actually permission, a break, a signal that she can open up in front of you without fear, without shame, because you are not scared of that side of her. You are attracted to it, and that's where real attraction begins. I love you the most when you're angry. For women, anger is a truth they don't want to show everyone, because when they're angry, their face changes. Their voice becomes louder. Fire appears in their eyes. They fear people will be scared, think negatively, or leave. That's why most women hide their anger, control it, try to appear calm and cool. But the truth is, inside every woman lives a madness, a stubborn, reckless version that comes out only when she's truly herself. Now imagine a man looking at her without fear, smiling softly and saying, "I love you the most when you're angry." Her mind spins. Why? Because for the first time she realizes that the version of herself she hated the most is actually the most beautiful to someone. For the first time, she feels she doesn't need to suppress anything or wear a mask. And most importantly, when someone sees her anger and doesn't leave, but comes closer instead, an entirely different respect and softness grows inside her for that man. She thinks, this person has seen my worst side and still stayed, so he can accept all of me. That's where connection is born. Now she doesn't just like you, she starts feeling safe with you. And when a woman feels emotionally safe with a man, her heart, her thoughts, and her body slowly begin leaning toward him. Third point, that little madness inside you, it's different from the world, and that's what attracts me the most. Every woman is a mystery. From the outside, she may seem calm, simple, and mature. But inside, there's always something even she doesn't fully understand. A madness, a strange feeling. Sometimes it bursts out in loud laughter. Sometimes it hides in sudden silence. This is what makes her special, but she fears people will find it weird, immature, or attention-seeking. She thinks if she shows it, people won't take her seriously, so she tries to control it. But when a man doesn't judge that raw, unfiltered side, and instead becomes fascinated by it, her heart begins to attach. When you look into her eyes and softly say, "That little madness inside you is different from the world, and that's what attracts me the most," she feels, for the first time, that she is perfect exactly as she is. The part she hid for so long is now the thing you love the most. And here, a psychological shift happens. She stops acting in front of you. She stops hiding her madness, because now she doesn't need to be normal anymore. You are the man who accepts her abnormality as her beauty. That's why she opens up to you, without shame, without fear. And from there begins a bond that is not just physical, but deeply emotional and mental. Fourth point, when you stay silent, I forget every sound around me. Every woman wants someone to truly listen to her. Not just hear, but listen with the heart, without interrupting, without rushing, because people who truly listen are rare. Most people listen only to reply, not to understand. Women can easily tell whether you're actually listening or just nodding. When you say, "When you stay silent, I forget every sound around me," it hits her heart directly. Because for the first time, someone makes her feel special, not just for her beauty or body, but for her words. Every woman carries a small fear that she might be boring, that her words aren't interesting enough. That's why many people only want to look at her, not listen. But when a man listens to her voice, her expressions, her words with attention, she opens up naturally. If you say, "There's something in your voice that separates me from the entire world," she will look at you as if someone has finally truly felt her. And when a woman realizes you don't just see her, you feel her, she can no longer hold back. That's when attraction becomes emotional. And that emotional attraction slowly builds a connection that exists not just in eye contact, but even in silence. I even like your little lies, because they make you look innocent. Every woman tells small lies sometimes, to hide a preference, to avoid something, or to see how much the other person understands her. When she lies, her expressions change, her eyes shift away. A slight smile appears, her voice softens. She knows she might get caught, but she still wants you to understand without saying anything. Now imagine you look at her eyes and smile and say, "I even like your little lies, because they make you look innocent." She trembles inside, because for the first time, someone saw innocence even in her lie. You caught it, but didn't judge her. You exposed it, but didn't humiliate her. The effect is incredibly deep. Now she thinks, "This person can read me completely and still likes me." So she becomes more vulnerable, more honest. And when a woman starts sharing her lies, mistakes, and weaknesses with a man, know that she has handed you the key to her emotional world. Now she's not just attracted, she sees you as a part of herself. And from here, the relationship no longer stays at flirting, it sinks deep into the heart. Fifth point. When you do something for me, it feels like there's a whole world for me inside your heart. Women communicate through small gestures. A small help, a sudden message, a smile meant only for you. They want you to notice these things. When a man values these small efforts, a special place forms for him in her heart. When you say this line, she understands that her small efforts matter to you, and being noticed is the greatest form of love for her. When she feels appreciated, she naturally wants to do more for you, and that's how the relationship deepens, with love, respect, and partnership. Sixth point. There's a truth in your words that pulls me away from all the lies of the world. Every woman wants truth. No pretending, no show. When a man listens deeply and recognizes the truth in her words, she feels her voice has value. She knows the world is full of lies. So when you understand her truth, it means everything. She realizes she's with someone who truly understands, not just listens. And then she opens her entire world to you. Final line, when you're in front of me, my whole world revolves around you. This doesn't just say you like her, it shows her importance in your life. Women want to be loved not just for their looks, but for their presence, personality, and every little movement. This line creates deep emotional security. She realizes she's not just a casual option. You truly value her. And when she feels that, she slowly moves closer to you. Friends, you've seen some words, when spoken sincerely by a man, go straight to a woman's heart. If you want deeper connections, understand the meaning behind these words and express them in your own way. If you like this video, please subscribe to The Victory Voice for more deep and powerful content. Share with friends and comment which line touched you the most.